doing this from inside today, so hopefully it'll be more stable. Good evening. Good morning if you're on this side of the world. I am Beth Reeves. I'm a care manager currently living in China, talking about different things each day. And today is business. I am still here at the Kung Fu Center, and this is just inside of the dormitory. I don't have any background decorations today. But yeah, today what I wanted to do is I wanted to take a look at a video with you and just kind of pull out some of the key points from the beginning of it. It's a full, wonderful interview. So I'm not going to do the whole thing or anything, and I want to tell you how I found it, because I first asked, I was looking for, business wisdom. And the first responses that I got back, the first suggestions were all men. And so then I asked for, are there any women? And of course, I know many women too who have inspired me in business. But I was looking for maybe some new people that I hadn't heard of, and to see if I could learn something new. And so I was brought to this YouTuber whose name is Erika Kullberg. But the interview that she's doing is with a man, Seth Godin, but I love him, and I haven't visited his material recently, so I thought it would be a good reminder for me, and I really liked it. So that's what I wanted to do, is to share just some snippets from that video, and then some of the key takeaways that I think are really relevant for me, and hopefully relevant for you too. So first we'll just go to share here. And I'm going to try and pull this out so that it's easier for me to see what you're seeing. And we're going to make it bigger. Make sure. Yeah. Okay. Let me make that screen smaller so that I don't take over everything. So this is Seth Godin, and you'll see Erika in a second.
That's not marketing. That's promotion. Getting the word out, getting attention, and interrupting people and spamming them and getting a lot of social media followers, getting the word out, getting attention. It's none of those things. That's not marketing. That's promotion. The homework assignment would be, who are you seeking to serve? What is the change you hope to make? And these people you're serving, what is it that they need and want from you? It's not about you. It's not about what you worked so hard to make. It's what are their dreams, their desires. If you can serve other people and help them get to where they want to go, marketing looks really easy.
So when you started off.
Okay, so I know that we have all heard this before, this idea of, who is your customer avatar? Who are you serving? What change do you want to make? And, I think it's not an easy question to answer, at least not for me. I mean, I know in my heart what I want to do, who I want to reach, how I want to make change, but it's not easy for me to articulate it and kind of limit it down. But I thought the way that he said it just kind of helped. I don't know, the who are you trying to serve? What change are you trying to make? And those people you're trying to serve, what do they want from you? It just, again, I thought it's good to hear it again. It's good to hear it in a slightly different way. I love him. I think he's he's obviously a fantastic communicator, because that's how he's inspired all of us for so long. But yeah, I'm happy to kind of get it in touch with his material again. So that was my first thought, my first key point here. All right. And then she asked him,
your companies, do you figure out the customer avatar first? I mean, in order to figure out who it is and who you are serving and what outcome you're getting for them, is that the first step you take?
In everything we do in our life, we begin with who's it for, right? That when we are, dealing with a dog or a toddler or another person, we don't speak to that person in a language they don't understand. We bring the language they speak, of course, because otherwise they wouldn't be able to hear us.
And I just want to add too, like right before this, he had said something I want to point out, which was, he was talking about the difference between marketing and promotion. So promotion is like, the throwing the stuff out there, that a lot of social media kind of focuses on. It has its place, but he draws a distinction between that and marketing, which is where you are trying to make a change, you are trying to make an impact. And later on, he also talks about how to measure your own success and to not just look at the statistics that come back from the social media, because Erika was even saying like, I'm not a great YouTuber. And he's like, well, if you're looking at, maybe some of the YouTube statistics, they may be measuring things differently than you as far as what is success. So you want to know, like, are you making a change? Are you impacting the people? You don't need a lot of people. That's one of Seth Godin's other things is, just have your 1,000 people and make your change and do your thing. And, don't try to go broad, go deep and go narrow, go deep and go small. Not small, but anyway. All right. Go to the next point here. What should you do? So yeah, let's see if we can jump there.
Reliable thing to do. And you can learn a lot just by noticing, by watching, by saying, why did that person at this?
But are some people born as better natural marketers and some people are learning it? Or you think everyone kind of...
Sorry, I'm trying to find the one.
Charismatic doesn't make you a leader. Being a leader makes you charismatic. People are drawn to you, not because you tell funny jokes, but because you have something in mind that you want to make better.
Do you think, as we're talking about...
Okay, so now she's going to ask this question I think that we're all going to enjoy. But I have to say, like, he's so good. Like, he's so good at just saying quotable things, right? It's amazing. I can learn a lot from him. Okay, so now this is
how knowing your customer, knowing what they want is really important. Do you think AI is ultimately going to be a really good thing for marketing, where you just have so much more intelligence around who the customer is, what their behavior is, what they're doing, and can tailor the marketing around that? Or are you worried about the future of AI in marketing?
I'm not worried about marketing at all. Most of the people who do marketing don't have a problem, and I'm certainly not in charge of marketing. AI is the biggest change in our culture since electricity. And if you're not using it every day, you're going to be afraid of something you don't understand. What AI is capable of doing right now is replacing an enormous range of mediocre human work. By mediocre, I mean average. If you're a mediocre radiologist, I've got an AI that can read an X-ray faster, cheaper, maybe better than you. But it has no threat to somebody who can do things that most people can't do, because that requires a nonlinear sort of approach that one day AI might be able to figure out, but right now it can't. And so
I just want to pause for a second there, because that was the title that I did of this video, was how to not be mediocre. And I think for me, it also he talks about his writing process as well, which is relevant for me in the struggle that I've been working with over the last year or so, trying to do my book and work with AI as well, figuring out how to work with it well, but also trying to keep the substance that's important to me in the book, right? So there are things that AI definitely couldn't do. Like it doesn't have the idea that I have. It doesn't, look at the angle that I'm looking at things from. So I think that this idea of AI can replace things that are mediocre, common things, yes, but our unique ideas and our unique perspectives and voice and designs and everything, those come from us. They are produced from us, and then we can work with AI too. Anyway, yeah.
All of my writing is my writing, but I ask Claude questions every day. I say, here's bullet points. Can you think of a fifth one? And it can suggest something to me. So if you're a mediocre copywriter, if you're making average stuff for average people, we don't need you anymore. We've got AI. But if you want to use this magical librarian and ask it hard questions, why wouldn't you?
So how are you using AI besides having the fifth bullet point auto-populated for you?
Well, it's funny. I started with ChatGPT like most people. Well, first, a little bit about my personal background. I and wrote 2000. I worked on this, and I was eager when it finally showed up the way it did. With ChatGPT, mostly I just argue with it. I think it's arrogant and doesn't recover well from making a mistake. And I decided spending my days arguing with AI wasn't helping anybody. So I switched to Claude. Claude.ai is kinder and gives me better insight. And what I will do is give it hypotheticals, ask it to make combinations and connections. Where, here's 3 things I read over here and 6 things that disagree with it over there. Who's got something going on? Recently, I gave it a 40-page business.
Okay. So I don't want to, the video is so great, and I don't want to belabor this or play all of it for you. So what I'm going to do is just stop the video and just give you some of my key points that and I only did, like, right now we're at 9 minutes, and I did like the first 20 minutes of the video. But I'll just tell you some of my other highlights really quick. So I'll just stop sharing this and go back to me. I should probably just keep the video up because I'm like in my I just did my training. But yeah, let me just pull up my notes really quick. Okay. So the thing that she asks then is like, well, how do we not be mediocre? Like, how do we help ourselves be irreplaceable? And his response was, we want to do things that may not work, take risks, failure is good. And he was like, he's more proud of his failures than his successes. And he says, and she's like, well, what exactly would you say we should be looking at? Like, what are you looking at right now that maybe other people aren't looking at? And he said, he's looking at who is building connection, like real connection, like who's making people feel like insiders, who's creating the conditions for people to find hope and possibility. He says there's an unlimited market for that. So I really like that. And then the last thing is, well, maybe not the last thing, I have a couple more things, but she was saying something about being authentic, and he kind of pushed back on that. And he said he thinks authenticity is overrated. Like, no one wants to see us being authentic. Like here, I'm being authentic. I don't know, maybe you don't want to see me being this authentic, But I think the key thing is he said, because she's like, well, it's hard to also be authentic and be consistent and produce output all the time. Like, I'm not always inspired. So how do I create content and stay authentic if I'm trying to produce a lot? And he said, there's really 2 voices that you have. One is this professional where you're producing those gems. That is one goal and one voice. But the other voice is this one that's just being consistent. And that is what I'm doing now. It's just kind of, here I am, here's my day, here's what I'm looking at, here's what I'm working on. And so you can have both. And that can be building up your channel or your platform or whatever. And if I think about myself, I think what I'm doing right now on this channel is I'm just doing the consistency part. Like, I haven't been focusing on building the gems yet. I'm not doing editing. I'm not doing producing. I'm not fixing things. This is just my raw self. And that consistency is my discipline. I mean, that's what I'm building, and that's fine. But I thought that was clear. That was great to have that kind of verbalized. And then the last thing is just one of the things Seth Godin is known for, which he says to focus on one platform. So don't try to do many things and do them just good enough. Pick one thing that's your lane and become the best at it. So, and for him, that's writing blogs. And so he chose not to do Twitter and not to do YouTube and not to do, what other things. He just does blogs. So, yeah. So that was it. It was just a little, I wanted to share, like, I'm looking for, insights and wisdom from other female business professionals. And this was a new person that I found today. So I'll put the link down there for her channel, her YouTube channel, which is not mediocre. Erika Kullberg. and for this video, of course, in particular. And yeah, that was it. Let's not be mediocre, folks. Let's use your voice. Say your thing. Go out there and fail. It's fine. Okay, thanks for being here. See you tomorrow. Bye.